this 10% verdict by the Supreme Court on the economically weaker section was earlier brought in by MGR in 1984, which was summarily dismissed by the people, and he lost the MP elections then. This was a fantastic idea, because in this not only the Brahmins, even other castes were included, so that people then who were under the salary of 9,000 rupees per month were treated as economically weaker people, and they can also claim seat quotas. Now this has been, now actually the controversy is, they said people who earn up to 8 lakhs, but now seemingly it's coming down day by day, like 6 lakhs, and people want it to be much less so that they can claim the seat quota. What is your take on this?
See, there is a misconception in Tamil Nadu that, as you said, MGR was the first one,
yes,
who had taken the issue, that is giving 10% of reservation to the higher caste poor people.
Yes.
MGR had brought the legislation, and after that, because there was stiff opposition from Karunanidhi
yes,
and opposition
others.
parties, and he had dropped it. And there is a misconception even now among the people of Tamil Nadu that MGR had lost the election only because of that measure taken by him. That is very much wrong. MGR had lost the election not because of this. MGR had brought out prohibition. MGR has closed all the wine shops during 1977 to 79.
Okay.
And most of the drunkards, they didn't vote for MGR.
Okay.
And Karunanidhi had aligned with Indira Gandhi.
Yes.
And at that time, Janata Party was formed. But Janata Party had formed a government, and they had miserably failed, and after 2 years, they were toppled. They were toppled on
yes.
their own mistakes, they were toppled. At that time, people had got a very big feeling that it was only Indira Gandhi who can rule the country. At that time, conveniently, Karunanidhi had aligned with Indira Gandhi. MGR had not got any good alliance. So he had aligned only with the Janata, which had not got any base in Tamil Nadu. And prohibition issue was also there. At that time, the price of gold had gone up. And these people, Karunanidhi had spread the rumors among the ladies, stating that you see how the prices have gone. Prices had gone because of the steps taken by the central government. People believed that. Only because of that, MGR was defeated. Within 3 to 6 months, MGR, again in the assembly election, MGR was re-elected. MGR was, if 10% was the issue, how the people who had voted against the MGR within 6 months had voted in favor of MGR. So 10% reservation.
It would have been by the same DMK, who always, even now, DMK keeps blaming BJP for everything.
So it was not for this reason MGR had not lost the election. It was not for this reason. MGR had brought it, and MGR had got. It was a very good legislation, because even now I am supporting the 10% reservation, because they are giving it only for poor upper caste people. We should see people only in 2 ways: poor class, higher class, rich class. Only these there should be 2 divisions. And why you are seeing these upper caste people who are going to be given 10% reservation as a Brahmin? Why are you seeing? You should see them as poor. They are not giving for rich Brahmin.
Correct.
And I have got one experience when I was working in the police department. There was a peon working in the police department. He was a Brahmin, and he had got a son, and he was writing the competitive examination. We had helped him for a lot because he was very poor. And there was one IAS officer's son who had also written the same examination. And the IAS officer's son was elected under the quota system.
Okay.
And this poor Brahmin son, he was disqualified simply because he belonged to forward caste. Whether your conscience will permit to see all such all such happenings in the society, when poor people are denied the privilege, it is very, very atrocious. We should not support it. That is why some privileges are going to be given for poor people of higher caste. Why are you opposing that? That is why you don't see them by caste. You see them by their economic condition. They are poor, and this country, this 10% reservation, which is introduced by the BJP, and they made some mischiefs. What is the income criteria which has been made by the BJP? They say that up to 8 lakhs.
Up to 8 lakhs.
Yeah, but the BJP want to say to the people there, people who have been drawing 60,000 rupees per month is a poor person. So MGR had made it as 9,000 per year.
Okay.
Per year, 9,000. MGR had made it at that time. So it was aimed to help the poor. But BJP are not aimed to help the poor. Why you had fixed it such a higher rate, higher income as the criteria?
Because they wanted to cover the North Indian votes.
Yeah,
because
in North India,
most of them
the
are
votes of higher caste people are more. Just to get the full votes of higher caste vote, BJP has done this mischief. Their intention is not to help the poor people among the higher caste. They have made a mess. So that is why.
And anyway, Stalin has gone against it.
No, we are supporting the legislation, but the income criteria should be considerably reduced. The annual income should be fixed as 3 lakhs.
Okay.
Only monthly 25,000. If anybody income is 25,000, they can be considered as poor people.
And that's one of the main reasons, because of this quota and the forward community not being the required number of seats. You will see from the same Brahmin community in 1970s and 80s, most of them went to America.
Definitely. Definitely.
There was a complete brain drain.
That is why Stalin is speaking against this legislation. What is this? He is not in favor of, he is not in sympathy with the poor.
No, because it doesn't favor Muslim and Christians probably.
He is not seeing a person as a poor man. He is seeing that even if he is a poor man, if he is a Brahmin, he hates. What is this? Is it social justice? So I strongly condemn to Mr. Stalin being the chief minister. You should treat every people in Tamil Nadu equally, and that too you should have sympathy with the poor people. Whereas you are seeing everybody by seeing the caste and everything, which is unbecoming to a chief minister. So that is why I strongly condemn. We support the 10% reservation with a request to the central government to reduce the income
criteria.
Then only the poor people will get the benefits.
And same Stalin has been giving himself just pass report in the Kongu Mandalam, Coimbatore belt. Yes, needless to say, they didn't make it last elections. They couldn't make it there. And Vanity Srinivasan, she won. Even Kamala Hassan was defeated. So now he has certified himself as just pass. Mr. Stalin need to know that he is just pass not only in Kongu Mandalam, in all other aspects of the state. He is just a just pass. How do you take
just pass Stalin?
Just pass Stalin.
I want to give the title as just pass Stalin. Why he is called just pass Stalin? Stalin was telling among his friends that after the assembly election was over, and in parliamentary election, Stalin had got how many seats? Among the 40 seats, his alliance had won in 39 seats.
39 seats.
Only one seat.
38 and one is OPS Ravindranath.
I'm including Pondicherry also.
Okay, 40.
If you include Pondicherry, Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry, 40. And ADMK had won Ravindranath.
Ravindranath won.
Had won only one.
Yes.
Remaining 39 all were won by DMK alliance. So Stalin and his alliance partners had won 39 seats out of 40. After within 1 year, 24 of 1990, that election was held, parliamentary election. Now 21 within 2 years, and the assembly election was held. In the assembly election, what had happened? ADMK alliance had got 75 seats, and the magic figure to form a government is 118, 118, whereas DMK has won 126, just 8 more than the required majority. So Stalin was while talking with his friends, it was said that he was commenting, stating that we had only a just pass because we only with a narrow margin we had won, and a narrow number of seats we have got. We have got only a just pass while comparing the parliamentary election. That is why it was made as a news in the media, stating that Stalin has mentioned this as a just pass.
Just pass.
So just pass, what is just pass? If the pass mark is 40,000, if anybody has got 41 or 42, it is a just pass. If they get less than 1 or 2 marks, they will be failed. They will fail. So this is what we call as just pass. But always DMK had got, throughout the career, if you take it, DMK had got only a just pass. And to 1971 election, simply because of MGR's legacy, they have got more number of seats. After that, 1989, they have got, only because of the split in the ADMK, and Mr. Karunanidhi had won sizable number of seats.
Yes.
After that, 1991, among the 234 seats, they have got only 2 seats.
Yes.
It is equal to 0, not even just pass, not even just fail. They have got only 2 seats among the 234 seats. So after that, 1996, Rajinikanth had given the voice. Only because of Rajinikanth. In those days, posters were pasted in walls by mentioning that Rajinikanth's blessed candidate, vote for, in Chepa, I had seen posters, vote for Rajinikanth's blessed candidate, M. Karunanidhi. He was the chief minister for several times, even before that.
Yes.
He was one of, they say that he was one of the Dravidian pillars. But what happened, he had got elected only because of Rajinikanth's popularity. So 96. 2001, he had got only 30 seats, 20 seats, not even just pass, not even just fail, below that required numbers. And 2006, he had got only a minority government. So if you take the history of DMK, they have not even got some just pass. They had miserably failed to get the required seats. But not only in politics, even in personal life, what I am telling is, Stalin is always just pass. And you take example of his degree, a mark, and PUC, that is +2 marks. Why I am talking about the marks, personal marks of Stalin, you know. And these people, in the assembly, when Karunanidhi was alive, Karunanidhi was asking the mark of Jayalalitha.
Yes.
And Jayalalitha was talking something. They had made a comment that, Madam is very weak in mathematics. Jayalalitha replied, who said that I am very weak in mathematics? I have got 200 out of 200 in mathematics. She said. Immediately Karunanidhi was asking the ministers, education minister, to get the mark list.
To get the mark sheet.
Jayalalitha, she said 200 to 200. It must be a bluff. You just get the mark list. And these people, education minister, were searching from the director of school education and everything. After that, Karunanidhi was making a report in the assembly that she was bluffing. She has not got 200 out of 200. I got the information that she has got 160, or even 160 or 180 is a very reasonable good mark, some more than 80%. But Karunanidhi was saying, no, she was bluffing, and she has not got such good marks. The next day, Jayalalitha was bringing his mark certificate to the assembly and showing to everybody that this is my mark sheet. What is this? You are running the government. You have got a minister for education. You had made all the verification in my Church Park school. I had said that I got 200, but even after becoming the minister, you don't know how to get the mark list. This is my mark, 200 to 200. So in those days, they were talking about the marks of Jayalalitha. Only because of that, just now I'm discussing about the mark of Stalin. What was the mark scored by Stalin? You just imagine, not even just pass. So many attempts.
That was in degree. Was in degree.
You take his SSLC certificate, so many attempts, failed in so many subjects. And after that, just 35, 36, just like that. And that too, they were in government at that time. They had made all sorts of malpractices. So you see Stalin's PUC mark. Even though I am asking whether Stalin is ready to expose his degree mark. What about Udayanidhi Stalin? You see his marks. He had not gone to the college properly. and he had also caused a just pass. And what I want to say is, whether it is Karunanidhi or Stalin or Udayanidhi Stalin, all these people are just pass.
Just pass.
Not only in their private life, but even in politics, they have got only just pass. Only MGR had got the full distinction as far as politics is concerned, and Jayalalitha had got distinction both in her studies and in politics.
And in politics.
So that is what I want to say with regard to the just pass remarks made by Stalin.
It is good for Tamil Nadu also. If Stalin remains just pass, it's advantage AADMK. On this note, thank you for joining me, sir.
Thank you.
Jai Hind.